heard your story. Our next time on stage is welcome Christine Boyle, Remembering Your Why.
Hi guys, I'm Christine Boyle and I am a disability advocate. I'm a speaker and I work in disability ministry. And today I want to talk to you about remembering your why. Your why is your anchor. It's what keeps you going on the days you want to quit. It's what keeps you creating meaningful content. It's what sustains you when you get discouraged or when things become extremely challenging and hard. So my why began 25 years ago. I was 18, I was a week away from leaving for college, and I found out I was pregnant. I was devastated, I was confused, and I thought my only option was an abortion. I went to that abortion clinic terrified and broken, but God showed up that day and did an absolute miracle. He saved my daughter's life, and he met me in one of the darkest moments of my life. I found out that day that I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter. And although my faith was new, it was real. And I knew I could trust God with my future. 3 months later, my daughter Courtney was born, and chaos followed. Surgeries, diagnoses, and the realization of lifelong disabilities. It was just her and me. It was just her and me, but her life taught me unconditional love, taught me sacrificial love, and most importantly, her life taught me how to lay my life down for someone else. A few years later, Courtney got a daddy, a man who stepped into our lives and decided to say yes to our messy life and said yes to the both of us. He was more than anything I could have asked for and more than I prayed for. A few years later, on a missions trip to El Salvador, I met my son, Kevin. Kevin was a little boy who was sick, disabled, and needed a family. I came home from that trip knowing with certainty and fear that God was asking us to adopt Kevin. We had every reason to say no: 2 wheelchairs, no money, and we were content with just Courtney, but we knew none of those reasons were good enough to give to Jesus someday. So after 4 years of waiting, Kevin became a Boyle. He was 18 pounds at 9 years old when we got him. Now he's 22, he's a graduate, he's employed. He was even honored on the floor of Congress for voting for the first time. Our lives have not been easy, but they have been filled with purpose and meaning, and God has done more than we could have ever imagined. In 2022, our lives changed drastically. Courtney's health had declined, and we took her to the Cleveland Clinic for a planned hospitalization. We had no idea that she would never come home again. We ended up ushering her into heaven as worship music filled her room as she took her final breaths. I had always told her that heaven was the goal. She never spoke a word, but she lived life so loud, radiating joy and purpose and resilience. We loved every moment of her 21 years, and we miss her so much. 6 months after she passed away, my husband decided to sign me up for a podcasting conference. I had never even listened to a podcast, but I met a community of people who told me I could do it and helped me start my podcasting journey. Courtney was my why, Kevin is my why, the disability community is my why, Jesus is my why, and these whys are the heartbeat behind everything I share on my podcast. If you're like me, you've heard the doubts, the lies, the fears, the haters saying you're not good enough. But I know that that's not true. And my reliable truth is that I have to do this. I have a story to tell. And if not me, then who? And the best news is that that's true for every single one of us. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my story today. I'd love to stay connected with you. You can find me on the Disability and Faith podcast or at christineboyle.com. God bless you on your podcasting journey.
Wow, thank you, Christine.
Oh yeah. Right?
How to turn every episode of your podcast